Unfortunately, what was really not a great show was made even worse by the main event. And this is really what's going to be, the show is going to be remembered for going forward. A Barbed Wire Anywhere match between Jericho and Eddie Kingston. Now, I won't rant about this for 30 minutes. The match sucked. This was not good. I was never a fan of the stipulation. I thought it was interesting. I was hoping it would exceed my expectations. Because some of these hardcore matches that AEW does, I hate the hardcore shit. I hate when TNA used to do it every week. I mean, at least in WWE, it is definitely watered down. I'm not even saying I'm a big fan of their style, but there is a happy medium there to where you could do stuff like blood and guts once in a while and it means something. But when you do this shit at least once a week, every week, it means absolutely nothing. I mean, I used to tell you the same thing about TNA. Oh, Monsters Ball. Oh, Street Fight. Oh, Steel Cage. Oh, no disqualification. They used to do that stuff every single week. And AEW at this point is no different. If this is what TV 14 is, I have no interest because this was terrible. The rest of Jericho Appreciation Society, or at least most of them, were in a shark cage. Ty Conti came down, knocked out Ruby Soho. Anna Jay turned heel. They tried to open the cage. They couldn't do it. They had to go through the cage. Man, Interference City. Jericho won, which is why I think he might be next in line for a title shot, which I still think you could have done without him winning here somehow. Kingston just can never fucking win. I know he won Blood and Guts, but first of all, it wasn't technically him. And he beat Jericho Revolution, and maybe they'll do a third match out of this, but this really has got to be it, and it's clearly not. I mean, there's probably more to come with this because of the finish and whatever, but this sucked. No one came out of this looking good. The match was a mess, and it was probably one of the worst Dynamite main events that I've seen in a while, if not I've ever seen, because this was just terrible.
Yeah, this match was absolutely terrible. I mean, usually I'm the one that rants and craps on it, but I let you go first, luckily. All the strong points there, but yeah. Overbooked. The hardcore stuff is just not for me to begin with, but the run-ins and then the cage and the heel turn and then it made no sense. Like the Jericho Priest side is supposed to be locked in the cage, but Ty Conti and Sammy Guevara in the group and they weren't in the cage. And then they got involved. And then Jericho won, which was stupid to begin with. And then they did, Eddie Kingston got his comeuppance. He threw him in the, like, no, we lost. Gives a shit.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, Excalibur said that. He's like, at least he got the last laugh. I'm like, what the fuck does that even mean? Who cares?
He lost the match. Who gives a shit? Yeah,
yep.
I'm so out on Jericho and Moxley for the title. No, thank you.
Yeah, been there, done that. And listen, I don't even mind the match, but as like a pay-per-view main event or whatever, I really just don't care. I really don't. And I'm out on Jericho, like main eventing another pay-per-view in 2022. I mean, even on his own, I feel like it'd be fine. Like going into Revolution, I thought Jericho was doing some of his best work. But this JAS stuff is BS. I mean, it sucks. I mean, this shit is just really bad. And Sammy is just, anything he's involved in, and Ty at this point is complete go-away heat with me. Eddie does not come away from this looking good at all. This was just complete garbage. And, I mean, again, I would love to say we can move on from this because I feel like hopefully it is over, but there's a decent chance it's not over and Eddie and Jericho have a third match at some point. I mean, this is a feud that has been going on, dude, for like 8 months. I mean, it's completely hysterical at this point.
Yeah, it literally should have been last night. Should have ended. Eddie Kingston should have won. Move on. I just feel like Jericho, maybe it is over. I really don't know. I hope so. But, with Jericho winning, I don't know, I feel like it's going to continue, and I'm just so over at this point.
And the stupid stipulation doesn't help either. It's one of those dumb spectacles like, it's barbed wire anywhere, and they got barbed wire in the microphone, which was cute, I guess. I mean, it's just stupid, dude. If you did this stuff once in a long while, then maybe. But we just had like one of those big gimmick matches with Blood and Guts 3 weeks ago. So it's not even special. It's just stupid. So
yeah, it's so fucking dumb.
The shark cage, too. I mean, come on, man. What the fuck? This is WWE, like, level bullshit.
It's just too much. It's like I said, it's like Monster Ball level. Like, we get it every week now. It's like hardcore matches. Moxley gets juice every week, so,
yeah.
Which is like, oh my fucking God. He fights a singles match against Take a Shit and fucking is juiced out. Like, I don't understand. Like, every week this guy bleeds. Like, it's not special when you do it every week.
Yep.
Just stupid at the end of the day.
No, and then it means nothing, and this match to me meant nothing.